This week saw the launch of yet another new Chinese automotive brand in South Africa, GAC, which stands for Guangzhou Automobile Company, and GAC Motor is being represented in South Africa by the Portuguese organization Salvador Caetano Auto. And they launched their first new model in South Africa this week, the GS3 Emzoom. It's a beautiful car. Look at those sleek lines, but in particular pay attention to the diamond shapes that define this vehicle. It's the theme of the car all round, from the front, through the windows, to the trims, to the rear. The Emzoom range comes in 3 variants: Comfort, Executive, and R-Style. All of them are 1.5 litre turbo engines with 130 kilowatt power output. The entry level is fairly impressive, with multifunction steering wheel, hill start hold control, electronic stability program, tire pressure monitoring, 10.25-inch multifunctional touchscreen, and a 3.5-inch instrument cluster. Very vivid, very clear infotainment system and instrument cluster. The next model up, the Executive, adds a few luxuries like a second row air conditioning vent, for example, a 7-inch LCD instrument cluster for the driver, adaptive cruise control, and forward collision warning, along with intelligent speed limit control and lane departure warning. And then at the top of the range, you have the R-Style, which adds to all of those features, the likes of wireless charger, automatic tailgate, a sunroof, a driver seat 6-way power adjustment, which is absent in the lower 2 models, and then hill descent control, a surround view camera system, and an R-Style Sport Pack, which includes a body kit and exhaust pipe with extra sound. We tried that out and it was pretty impressive. Less impressive was the fact that these cars all come with wireless CarPlay for Apple users, but no Android Auto. Instead, you have Carbit Link functionality, but GAC in South Africa, cognizant of the need of the local market, went with an aftermarket option for people wanting to add Android Auto. Ironically, the marketing director of GAC in South Africa, Brian Smith, is a big Android fan, so I asked him what GAC was planning to do about the Android absence.
Well, I am a big Android fan, you're right. So there is Carbit Link, of course, which will link to an Android device if you download the application. But we have an aftermarket solution, which is an Android Auto box. It seamlessly matches to your phone wirelessly and integrates through to the 10.25-inch screen, emulating the same effect as if you had Android Auto. So I'm comfortable.
What are the plans for Android Auto in the GAC vehicles?
So GAC is planning to have Android Auto during the course of next year. From around the middle of next year, we'll have Android Auto as a standard to replace the Carbit Link.
Are there any other technology shifts that you expect to see in the GAC vehicles in the short and medium term?
So I think from a GAC perspective, GAC South Africa, we have a couple of exciting cars coming. We have a new energy vehicle coming, which will be a technology shift for us locally as GAC. In terms of tech in the car, we're launching today. We'll get some good public feedback over the next couple of weeks. We'll understand exactly what it is, where we can make some changes, and we'll take it from there. Nothing that is planned immediately. We think the car has a great package as it stands, but certainly we're absolutely open to having a discussion.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks very much, Arthur.
For me personally, the most important aspect of any new car is the extent to which it embraces advanced technology, or at least current technology. And right now, the most advanced current technology is the kind of advanced driver assistance systems that you can get in new cars. For short, ADAS. How does the GS3 Emzoom do on ADAS? To try that out, I went for a test drive with Clinton Pinar of Villa to Villa. Normally he talks about motorbikes, but today we test drove the GS3 Emzoom R-Style variant to try out its self-driving capabilities. For a car that costs a little more than R500,000, that's not too bad. And you can see that it points to a near future where mid-range cars are going to have full self-driving capabilities. I thoroughly enjoyed the ride. I thoroughly enjoyed the technology, give or take Android Auto here or there. The new range comes in at a starting point of 469,900 Rand. Not bad for what you get. The executive variant, a shade under R500,000, and then the R-Style top of the range at 549,900 Rand. Comes with a 5-year, 150,000 kilometer warranty and a 60,000 kilometer service plan. With those specs, that pricing, and that experience, we can say that GAC has truly arrived in South Africa.